In 1996, the world was shocked by the brutal murder of a 6-year-old girl, JonBenet Ramsey, found in her family's home. For over 20 years, the case has remained unsolved, leaving questions that no one could answer. Who killed JonBenet? Was it someone close to her, or was it a stranger? In this documentary, we dive into new leads, uncover hidden theories in the search for JonBenet's killer. This is the untold story of one of the most chilling murder mysteries of all time. Watch till the end, and you may just discover the truth that has eluded us all. The tragic murder of 6-year-old JonBenet Ramsey in December 1996 shocked the world. Her body was found in the basement of her family's home, but the crime scene raised more questions than answers. The young beauty queen had been strangled, and there was a strange ransom note left behind, demanding a huge sum of money for her safe return. But there was no sign of a struggle, no trace of the kidnapper, and no clear motive. From the beginning, the investigation seemed to spiral into chaos. The police quickly focused on the Ramsey family, considering them the primary suspects, but no concrete evidence linked them to the crime. In the years that followed, the case became even bizarre. Over time, a series of theories emerged, each more confusing than the last. Some believed the murder was a result of a family feud. Others suspected an intruder had sneaked into the house. Throughout it all, the question lingered. Who really killed JonBenet Ramsey? In this documentary, we re-examine the case with fresh eyes and uncover new evidence, new leads, and startling theories that have never been explored before. JonBenet Ramsey was an innocent, beautiful 6-year-old girl who had captured the hearts of many with her charm and beauty pageant wins. At the time of her death, JonBenet was living with her parents, John and Patsy Ramsey, and her older brother, Burke. The Ramsey family appeared to be a picture-perfect family, enjoying the comforts of a wealthy, privileged life in Boulder, Colorado. JonBenet had a bright future ahead of her, and she was poised to follow in her mother's footsteps as a beauty queen. But the night before her death, everything changed. On Christmas night in 1996, JonBenet's mother, Patsy, found a ransom note in their home. The note demanded a large sum of money and instructed the family to stay in the house and wait for further instructions. They became frightened. The note seemed to suggest that the kidnapper knew intimate details about the family. This made everyone believe that the crime might have been committed by someone close to them, perhaps someone who knew their routines and knew exactly how to access their home. But after hours of searching, JonBenet's body was discovered in the basement of her own home. The confusion deepened. If the ransom note was a joke, why would anyone go through the trouble of faking a kidnapping? And why would they kill JonBenet, a young child who posed no threat? The initial investigation was ruined by confusion and missteps. The police were quick to arrive at the crime scene, but they made critical errors that would come to haunt the case. First, they allowed family members and friends to move freely through the house, contaminating the crime scene with their presence. By the time investigators were able to conduct a thorough search, many pieces of potential evidence had been lost. The ransom note, which seemed to be the key to understanding the motive behind JonBenet's death, was quickly dismissed as a joke. But the questions didn't stop there. Despite an intense investigation, no conclusive evidence was found to support the theory that an intruder had broken into the Ramsey home. Even more shocking was the fact that JonBenet's body had been found in the basement, not far from where her family had been waiting for instructions. This raised the possibility that the killer was someone who had been familiar with the house and its layout. Some experts speculated that the crime had been committed by someone close to JonBenet, perhaps even a family member. The investigation was filled with twists and turns, and the media displays surrounding the case only added to the chaos. The public was desperate for answers, but the police seemed no closer to finding the truth. As the years passed, the case grew colder, but the theories continued to evolve. The media never stopped reporting on JonBenet's murder, and every new development seemed to raise more questions than answers. One of the most controversial theories suggested that JonBenet's older brother, Burke, might have been involved in her death. This theory was based on the fact that Burke had been in the house at the time of the murder, and some experts pointed to the strange behavior of the Ramsey family after JonBenet's body was found. However, despite extensive questioning, no evidence ever connected Burke to the crime, and he was never formally charged. Some believe that JonBenet's mother, Patsy Ramsey, might have been involved either directly or indirectly. Patsy had a history of being an outspoken advocate for her daughter's pageant career, and some suggested that her obsession with JonBenet's success may have led to a tragic accident. But like with Burke, no physical evidence ever linked Patsy to the crime, and the family was eventually cleared of any wrongdoing. As the years went by, the case became a haunting mystery, with each new theory adding to the confusion. Who could have killed JonBenet? Was it a stranger, a family member, or someone else entirely?